Hey, what's up guys? Sloth King here. Today I'm back working on the 2006 Lexus RX330, and today we are going to be draining the transmission fluid, replacing the transmission pan and the filter inside of the transmission. It's not too bad of a job to do, but it is going to get messy. This has, I think, 185,000 miles on it, and I think it's only had the transmission fluid replaced just a couple times. I don't think the filter has ever been touched. So it is about time to do the transmission fluid, because I think the last time it was done was about 50,000 miles ago. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We need to go ahead and throw it up on some jack stands and take the engine undercover off. Besides that, it's not too bad of a job to do. So let me go ahead and get it up on some jack stands. I'm going to show you what fluid you'll need and part number for the filter and the gasket. So let me go ahead and get that ready and we'll jump right into this. All right, as you can see, I have the vehicle up on jack stands. I took off the undercover and you will see the transmission pan right there. Now, I totally forgot to bring my Allen set of socket bits that I have. So I'm gonna have to use a T55 Torx to take off the drain plug to get the fluid out. I will pop up on the screen what the equivalent is for the actual Allen one that you will need. But besides that, all you will need is some Toyota T4 transmission fluid. And then you will need your gasket and your filter kit. This is the one I'm using. As you can see, here's the filter. Over there on the cardboard, you can't see it, but I have the gasket just flattening out in the sun. Besides that, you will need to get a bucket, and we will see how much fluid comes out, and then we'll put the same amount back in. So let's go ahead and start draining the fluid out, and then we can take off the pan. Well, I will use a magnet to grab that shortly. There it is. All right, we'll let that drain out the rest of the way, and then we will take off all of the 10mm bolts. All right, so just got done draining 3.5 quarts out. So I just put the drain plug back in. Now let's torque it to 36 foot-pounds. There we go. That way we don't have to worry about that later on. And I was looking at how many 10mm bolts there are, and when I got to around this side, I noticed that the pan overlaps part of this frame. So I might need to unbolt part of the engine mount just so I can lift the transmission or part of the transmission and engine up a little bit so I can access these bolts. If I can do that, we can proceed forward to replacing the filter. If not, then we are just going to do a drain and fill. So let me take off the engine mount and see if I can jack that up. Okay guys, I was actually able to loosen this 19mm up. It was about probably about 1/2 inch or so, maybe 3/4 of an inch. And then I put my floor jack right there onto the transfer case and I lifted it up. And now I have some access to fit a wrench under here to reach that 10mm and then the one right back there. This one right here, these other ones, I can reach just fine. But it was those two that I could not get a good reach on. Now that I can reach those, I wanted to verify that I could loosen them just fine, and I did. So now that those two are able to come out, we can take off all of the other 10mm bolts. There's 19 total. We're just gonna go ahead and start taking them all off, and then we will drop the pan replace the filter and gasket, and then reinstall it. So let's do it. Okay, that one's out. That's weird. I don't know. I'm looking at the threads and it looks like they have Loctite on them, like blue Loctite. Okay, this one is too much of an awkward spot. Okay, that one's out. I'm gonna leave that one there, just in the front, so it's easy to take off. All right, last one. Okay, this is about to get a bit messy. Oh, there we go. Okay, I need to slowly take this down. Whew. All right, it is off. Now let's go ahead and get the filter. Okay, on the filter, let me show you really quick. There's going to be 3 10mm bolts, 2 right here and 1 right there. Let me go ahead and take this off. A lot of fluid's probably going to come out, like it always does. The bolts are all the same length. Oh. You can move the pan over a little bit to try to catch any fluid that comes out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's one big old mess. Lay that upside down in there. Oh, and when you look at the filter, make sure the O-ring came off with it. You'll see it on the bottom side of the filter. Because the new one is going to have an O-ring, and what we need to do on the new one is lubricate the O-ring with some of the transmission fluid, right? We don't want it to tear. And then we're just gonna go up and push it into place. You'll feel it set into place. It'll hold itself. And then now we can go ahead and put our bolts back in. These 3 get torqued to 69 inch-pounds. What an awesome number. All right, let's torque this down. First, let's just go ahead and get it hand tight. We want to make sure that it goes on evenly, which it did. Now let's torque it 69 inch-pounds. And of course, make sure it goes on even before you tighten it all the way. One, 2, 3. Double check them. Done. Let's go ahead and take off the old pan gasket, drain the rest of the fluid into our bucket, and then we'll throw the new gasket on and then put the pan back on, and then we'll be done. Okay, take the gasket off. Well, it actually might need to just drain the fluid first. Let's do that. A little over 4 quarts so far. Now, let's go ahead and get this old gasket off. I actually did not really leave anything behind. We can go around the edge with just a razor blade really quick. Oh, and right here, this is our magnet for our transmission. Here's one. Normal amount of wear on it. That is good. Nothing excessive. That goes right there. Take the other one out. I mean, yeah, for 180,000 miles, it's really not bad. All right, just gonna go across the top real quick just to get any extra material that might have gotten left behind. There we go, just a little bit, not much. Now line up the gasket. Let's see. There we go. And this is always a fun part, lining up the new one and balancing it, putting it back on. All right, so whenever we're putting this back on, all of your bolts will get torqued down to 69 inch-pounds, same as the filter. All right, I was actually able to push all of the bolts up into the pan, and the gasket's actually holding the bolts together. So let's see how easy this will be. Maybe the bolts are in the way. Maybe I gotta go up like this. Oh, yep, there we go. I'm just going to try to start every single one of them. That way I know the gasket is going on there flat. Okay. Oh, look at that. That was actually not too bad to do. So now we just need to go ahead and tighten all of them and torque them all down. All right, so this is going to take a minute just tightening every single one of these bolts down. So I'm just going to do this section off camera. Just make sure you try to torque all of them down to 69 inch-pounds. I know there's a few over on the driver's side that you're not going to be able to fit your torque wrench up into, but as long as you get them hand tight, you'll be totally fine. Just don't over tighten them because they can snap. Be very careful. So I'll be back whenever I'm all done. Okay guys, I just got done torquing everything down. We are good to go. Everything's secured. Now let's go ahead and put the vehicle back on the ground, and then let's go fill it up with a little bit over 4 quarts. So let's go do that. Okay, let's go ahead and add our transmission fluid. It's a little over 4 quarts, so it should be like 4.25 to 4.5 at the most. All right, and here is a little over 1/4 of a quart. Okay, so what we need to go ahead and do is start the car and then put it through every single gear a bunch of times. That way the fluid can circulate all throughout the whole entire transmission. And then when we're done with that, we can go ahead and check our level. Okay, let's go ahead and cycle through all the gears. And then you're going to do this several times. Do it about 3 to 4 times, and then we can go ahead and check the fluid level. Okay, let's see what the level is. I doubt it's going to be very accurate right now. So it is right on the cool line. Yep, most of the fluid it's right on that O, that first O, which is what we want. Now, if it was hot, we'd want the fluid to get up to here, but it's still in the cool phase, so yeah, we're good to go. All right, guys, and that's it. That's how you go ahead and do a drain and fill on your Lexus RX330 and also replacing the filter. So if you guys found this video helpful, awesome, glad to hear it. If you're planning on doing this, let me know if you're gonna go through the whole process. And if you guys wanna support the channel, you can go ahead and click the link in the description below. It'll take you to my shop. You can pick up some merch, so you can grab a t-shirt, a hat, whatever you guys want. And like always, I'll catch you guys on the next ride.